Hello! So now I begin my tour, and I'm here to honor the other United Nations forces, and here the British forces who fought on Glostor Hill. So where I stand is known as Glostor Hill. In Korean, that's Halmarijangtu. And oh, it's starting to rain, but it's okay. So this is where the Battle of Imjin was fought, and it remains to be the most bloody battle fought by the British after World War II. So I just want to point that out. It says freedom, friendship, and peace, because ultimately we all now know I don't like war, and the reason why I keep trying to encourage you and everybody to remember war is because it gives us, it strengthens my mission to promote peace. So here it is. This monument was built 2014, April 23rd. There's a reason why. Because this battle was fought in 1951 for 3 days, April 22nd to the 25th. My birthday's on the 27th, so I remember these dates. Now, so here it says in April 1951, the 1st Battalion of the Gloucestershire Regiment, they're the ones that suffered the most casualties. At the end of the 3-day stand, it was really their last stand. The British stand allowed South Korean and United forces in the area to form a new defense line. So basically, I guess we'll see, but like the Korea is divided, but in the 1950s, the Chinese, they started really pushing down, they were involved in the war, and the United Nations forces suffered a lot of casualties. And so this is during the height of the war, really. So this is the site. Can you see how many hills there are? I mean, it's incredible. I cannot imagine fighting a war like here. So we're gonna go. But right here, we're gonna go to the sculptures, the statue, and apparently there's something at the other side of the bridge, so I'm gonna take you there. And yes, it's kind of raining hard, but it's okay. Wow, it is really magnificent. Oh, there are pictures over there, I see. Oh, and that is the beret, of course, that my British grandpas wear. And I was so honored to meet so many of the British Korean War Veterans Association during my visit to London last year in February. And so shout out and hello to all my grandpas, and of course to Grandpa Roy and my cousin Isaac, because I stayed at their house for about 3 days. Wow, these are nice pictures. So here are the second contingent of British forces boarding the ship, and really handsome looking young boys, as well as these pictures are very well preserved and kept. But I just want to do a quick give you a tour of these pictures. And I guess in 1953, this is Lieutenant Colonel James Carn, and the members of the regiment that fought this battle. Okay, so here, I'm so happy that there's a fresh, wreath. Somebody laid not too long ago, recently. But wow, So did I mention that? Oh, my weird British accent is coming out. But did I mention that 1,000 died from this battle alone? And I believe that out of the 600, I mean, more than 50 were taken as prisoners of war, and too many were wounded, about 500. But Andrew Salmon, correct me if I'm wrong, but here are the names of those who didn't get to go home to their home country. So I am here to honor their sacrifices because their name liveth forevermore. And it says in Korean, 당신을 영원히 기억하겠습니다. We will remember you forever. So dedicated to 1st Battalion, the Gloucestershire Regiment and Sea Troop, 170th Independent Mortar Battery, Royal Artillery, and to all British servicemen who defended the Republic of Korea. Okay, shall we now go to the bridge? So, again, the beret is there because that is what the British wore, and it's really nice that they have this humongous statue built. Okay. Oh, here it is, yes. So, again, this was, wow. It says this was built in 1957. Yep, that's amazing. June 29, 1957. But, so they built the memorial in 1957, but they built this part in 2014. Really shout out to the mayor here. I'm gonna do a quick, the statue of the soldiers marching, but I can guarantee you, all my British grandpas, well, I guess April 22nd was not as cold, but I can guarantee you everybody talked about how cold, bitter cold it was during their time fighting the war. So I think about that a lot. I mean, I'm getting a little cold myself, but anyways, I too have to be honest that I didn't know much about this specific battle, like the details, but the more I read about it, how 650 men were able to basically halt the offense of almost 30,000 Chinese. I mean, that's really remarkable because, you know, if you look down there, you know, that looks pretty rough and raw. And I don't know. So we will end here. I have no idea what this is, but it just seems very sacred. It's like hallowed ground. Oh. This cross was made during his captivity by Lieutenant Colonel Karn, who commanded the 1st Battalion at the Battle of the Imjin River, and was used at the religious services held in the prisoner of camp in North Korea. Wow. He made this cross while he was a prisoner of war, but he still held on to faith and used it during his worship. And yes, speaking of faith, that is what is carrying me through this journey, and your prayers, so continue to pray for me as I really am here to honor those from all over the world now, right? Not only just Americans, but now from the United Kingdom, who came to save my life and defend freedom. So thank you, and thank you to all my British grandpas out there, and I hope you follow me to my next memorial. I have like 4 more to go today. So remember 77.org. Thank you. Bye.